Alright everyone, welcome back to another video, but specifically, this is the Danganronpa bonus video! Hooray! 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 I just wanted to do this as like a fun little thing where I rank and talk about the Danganronpa characters specifically from the first game, because I really liked this game's characters. A handful of them at least I really liked. Some of them I don't really care about. And I'm not that big into the community, so I don't know if this will ruffle some feathers or not. But we have all the students of Hope's Peak Academy. And we also have Genocide Jill. We also have Monokuma, and we also have Alter Ego here. Because why not? I figured it'd be interesting to have them up here. So, without any further ado, I'm gonna be ranking them for a lot of things, mainly how much I like them personally. That's probably the biggest thing. How much I like, yeah, that's basically what the whole tier list is ranking how much I like them, and their designs and personalities and stuff. And yeah, that's kind of just it. And as per every tier list that has ever existed, S tier, favorites, F tier, trash. So let's begin. So first up we have Makoto Naegi.
So full of shit!
So Makoto is a weird one because he is the player. He is who you play as. And at first I was going to give him his own separate tier, but I decided not to. So I'm just gonna give Makoto a B. He's the ultimate lucky student. He doesn't really have like a thing like everyone else. He kind of just got lucky and enrolled in Hope's Peak. But I mean, he's not bad by any means, but he's just kind of bland. Himself, throughout multiple times in the story, calls himself average, which I do agree he is really average, but that's kind of the whole point of Makoto, is that he's unlike all of his other classmates and he's just a normal dude. So with that, I'll give him an average spot of B. And eventually he does become like the ultimate hope, the ultimate student of hope, which, I mean, that's pretty cool, I guess. But yeah, I'm personally, Makoto's gonna stay in B. Let's do Sayaka next. So, Sayaka Mizono is a character I have seen a lot of people like, specifically that one guy who lives in like that big mansion and just makes like giant paper like cutouts of like anime characters. He really likes this girl, if my memory serves correct, but I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't see the hype behind Sayaka. I think she is just pretty mid. I didn't really like her personality that much. I kind of like the thing that she had going on where she like, oh, I'm a psychic, just kidding. But she's also the ultimate pop star. But I mean, I can't really drag on her too much. She was like, yeah, she was the first one to die in the game, the game. I'm pretty sure, I think Sayaka died, then there was a meeting in the gym, then Junko died. But yeah, I don't like Sayaka that much, so I'm gonna put her in C tier. Let me just phrase, C tier isn't characters I dislike. It's just characters I just don't really care about. I'm only gonna put people in F tier. F tier are characters I just do not like, really. So, who will we do next? I mean, I guess we can start going in line. So I guess next we'll do Chihiro Fujisaki. S tier. Chihiro is one of my favorite Danganronpa characters. I never really got to talk about this, but I really loved the aspect of Chihiro and Mondo. What? Yeah, I really like the aspect of Chihiro and Mondo with like the whole strength and weakness thing. Actually, like, I just ate that shit up for some reason. But Chihiro was just such a good, like, innocent soul. Genuinely did not deserve the death he got. And I hope he's in heaven, living the best life he can. Plus, goated femboy. We love femboys. And yeah, Chihiro's just a goat. The ultimate programmer, programmed alter ego, saved Makoto. Just genuinely the goat. I guess since we did Chihiro, we'll do Mondo. Mondo in S tier. Mondo, alright. I know I really like Chihiro, and I know Mondo kills Chihiro, but I really liked Mondo, and I was actually really shocked, sad to hear that he's the one that killed Chihiro. But Mondo, like, I think he is my favorite male character in this game. Because, in my opinion, this game, well, that's not saying that much, because this game's male characters aren't, alright, not hating on the game's males, but I think the females of this game are better. Oh, I probably sound like a gooner, but Mondo's so cool. He's the ultimate biker. I really like his design. I liked his backstory with his brother and how he accidentally killed him and the grief he felt for that, and like how he tried to cope with doing it. But I didn't like his execution. The only thing I dislike about Mondo is just he killed Chihiro, and I thought about putting him in A, but I do think I'm gonna put him in S because yeah, Mondo's pretty cool. I like him. He's also voiced by Christopher Sabat in the anime, which is the voice of Vegeta and Zoro from the Dragon Ball and One Piece animes. I was pretty shocked to see him in the Danganronpa anime. And I guess after we talked about Mondo, we can talk about Kiyotaka Ishimaru, the ultimate moral compass here. So, yeah, I like them. Kiyotaka. I kind of like. Taka, how do I put this? Taka was a character I didn't really care for that much until he died. I think it was like when he died, it kind of like hit me like, damn, I kind of fucked with him. But yeah, and it's just a shame that like everything that happened up until his death. Looking back on it, like, Hifumi falling for the bait that the ultimate moral compass would like sexually assault and blackmail Celeste is a little crazy. But I mean, I guess Hifumi is like a big time gooner. He can't control himself. And especially with all the build up around like Celeste like controlling him and he actually like liking it. Bit crazy. And I did like Taka and Mondo's relationship and the direction it was going before Mondo died. And I will say I didn't really care for the whole like Taka like character change when he found out that alter ego programmed like a Mondo side of him. But yeah, and I also thought that like the depression arc for him was pretty good back like after Mondo died, because it was something like even after Taka's death, like it's something that never really happens again. So yeah, I thought Taka was just pretty interesting. Alright, next up, let's do Sakura Ogami, the ultimate martial artist. I'm gonna put her in S tier, specifically above Mondo and Chihiro, because Sakura is a damn goat. One of the greatest of all time. Now, Sakura is a character that I didn't really like at the beginning. But, you know, as the game continued and like the cast members dwindled down, I realized how goated Sakura is. I really like the relationship between Sakura and Hina. It's just so nice. I love like the bestie energy they give each other. And yeah, I really like just how Sakura protects Hina throughout everything. And I was really shocked to see that Sakura was the spy for Monokuma. But I do like how she was gonna fight against him, and just the downfall of Sakura is just incredibly sad, in my opinion. That she tried to talk with everybody, it's just nobody would give her a chance, and they all even tried to kill her or like damage her, with like Yasuhiro like hitting her in the head with a bottle, and then Genocide Jill like stabbing her. It was just a damn shame what happened to her. I really wish she could have seen the end. She almost made it too, but unfortunately, rest in peace to GOAT. And I guess it'd only be fair if we did Hina next. Hina, surprisingly, like my second favorite character in the whole thing. I really like Hina. I really love her upbeat energy throughout the whole game. And if you go watch my playthrough, you see that I hang out with her quite a lot, specifically towards the end. And out of like the last like remaining students, I think like the last like 5 where it's just Hina, Byakuya, Toko, Kyoko, Yasuhiro. Hina was the only one that I really liked / cared for. Those other ones I don't really like that much. But yeah, Hina's also the ultimate swimmer. And I thought that was pretty cool. And I thought there could have been something when the pool opened up, but not really. It was just that she was just happy for when the pool opened. But yeah, Hina's the go. And she also has a donut addiction, which I find like pretty funny. Let's get this one out the way. Let's do Mukuro real fast. Mukuro Ikusaba, the ultimate soldier, one of the ultimate despair sisters. So Mukuro, we didn't see a lot of Mukuro, if not any at all. We didn't see her alive at anything. All we see is her profile, in that we learn a bit of her backstory. But from what we know alone, that she is the ultimate soldier who joined this group of mercenaries that are like known throughout the whole world. That's pretty cool. But I just don't feel good putting her anywhere above C. I just wish we could have gotten anything to do with Mukuro, because I think she could have been just such a cool banger character. Like, I really wish we could have seen her as a student in the game, which, I mean, technically she was role-playing as Junko, but I would like to have seen the ultimate soldier herself in the game. Think of how cool she could have been. Like, there could have been like a thing where it's like somebody tried to attack her and kill her, but she fought back and used like her survival instincts or her combat skills. So yeah, I think she would have been a big help to everybody in the game in general. Alright, I think it's time to stop beating around the bush. It's time to rank Byakuya, Togami, the ultimate like affluent, basically the ultimate Nepo baby. F tier. Byakuya is my least favorite character in this whole game. I found him extremely annoying the whole game. I didn't like him one bit. I hated how he always viewed himself as better. A lot of people will say that's just his personality. It's part of him being a Nepo baby. I don't care. He is annoying. Genuinely wish he would have died. I know he's in Danganronpa 2. I hope he dies there. I hate how he gets to see the end, but characters like Sakura, Chihiro don't. It is genuinely trash, and I hate how he treats everybody in the whole game, and I'm glad his family's dead. He's trash. Get this man out of here. I know people like him too. People really like Byakuya. I I don't see why. And speaking of Byakuya, let's go ahead and do Toko, because Toko is another character I really dislike for basically the same reasons. I think Toko is incredibly annoying. I think she is very stupid, as in always following Byakuya's orders, just for no reason other than being a lovesick dog. And there is just genuinely just a lot of weird moments with Toko where she'll just start like drooling and just borderline sexually assaulting characters like Hina. I remember Hina had some like interactions with Toko that were extremely weird, and I just don't like Toko. She's also like, she's like the ultimate like a writer, I think, like the ultimate writer. Yeah, I think so. It's something like that, or like it's something to do with literature. But I will say these are the only two characters in F tier, so yeah. I guess since we did Toko, we can do Genocide Jack, or Genocide Joe, or what Genocide Show? That's what they call her in the anime. I don't really care for her that much. I will give her B, mainly because, so when Genocide Jill is on screen, she is either being, she's got three moods. She's either giving off murderer vibes, being weird, but it's kind of like the funny weird, as in like, we'll just say a random joke, or just like glazing Byakuya, which, you know, I don't really care for the glazing part, but the other two parts land her in B. But it's not by that much. There's a good bit I don't really care for, but I do think her sprites, with like her tongue sticking out and him being insanely long, I think that's kind of funny. And plus, just being like a serial killer in a game like this, I do kind of wish how do I put this? I kind of wish the build-up for Toko being Genocide Jill was a bit better, because it gets kind of obvious at a certain point. But other than that, Genocide Jill is not that bad. Alright, next up, we will do Celeste, which, spoiler alert, I don't know if I ever said this in my playthrough, but Celeste is my favorite Danganronpa character. I really like her design. I really like her dream of just wanting to buy a European castle and just live there with a bunch of servants who all look like vampires. And off the top of my head, her execution from Danganronpa 1 that I seen was my favorite. I thought it was the most creative / kind of like silly-ish. I kind of like how like she's burning and then the fire truck tries to come and save her and just runs her over or crashes into her. Also like her personality, and I for the most part I like almost all of her exchanges, mainly between Ifumi for the most part, but yeah, Celeste is pretty cool. I also like all of her sprites. I guess while we're talking about Ifumi, we'll do him next, the infamous Chud. I know a lot of people are not gonna like this, but I think I'm going to put Hifumi in S tier. Oh yeah, Hifumi is the ultimate fanfic writer, by the way. So Hifumi Yamada is the ultimate fanfic writer, and essentially he's just like, he is just a chud. He dislikes 3D women, he's very big, he watches a lot of anime, stuff like that. He's just a goofy character. That's really all there is to say about him. He's not a character you're supposed to really take super seriously. He's kind of like the comedic relief. He's kind of like the comedic relief character for the first half of the game, and then it kind of switches over to Genocide Jill after he dies. But yeah, he was killed, like I mentioned earlier. Celeste gaslights him into believing that Taka took Alter Ego, who Hifumi was getting quite attached to, which I thought that was funny when I first played it, like for the first time. And yeah, I just like Hifumi, and I kind of wish he would have lived a bit longer, had a more distinguishable death. And I did kind of like the moment with Hina, like crying on to him, and he kind of came back to life for a second. And I do like how he remembered like the previous like years at Hope's Peak before they all entered the killing game. And I guess next we can do Alter Ego, finally get around to it. It's just there's not much to say about Alter Ego other than like it's just a clueless Chihiro. But I will put Alter Ego in A because Alter Ego ultimately doesn't do much to get the story rolling other than saving Makoto from getting executed, because he kind of just spends a good portion of the game getting useless files from Hope's Peak Network and kind of just says the headmaster is an old man in his like late 30s, but the headmaster at this point is dead. So yeah, Alter Ego will be an A. Next up, let's do Kyoko. So Kyoko is another one like Byakuya where a lot of people really like Kyoko. It's just this is a situation where I don't really like Kyoko. I will give her the top of C though. A lot of people like her. I don't really know why off the top of my head. Kyoko Kirigiri is the ultimate detective, which I mean, I guess that's cool. It's just not my thing. I guess a lot of people probably like her for her like light goth style and like how she's quiet, very demanding, but not my cup of tea. There's not really much to her. She's got dementia. She's a big part in taking down the mastermind. She's basically just a better version of Byakuya in my head for the main character. She's usually like the character that like gets the investigations rolling, and for that I respect her. So she's got a nice spot in C. Next up, let's do Leon. I've kind of been avoiding him because Leon's not really that interesting. I'm gonna give him bottom of C, honestly. I just didn't find Leon interesting at all. Leon Kuwata is the ultimate baseball star, and that's kind of it. I mean, his hair is cool. I like his beard and then, like the clothes he wears. I like his crash out when he is revealed like to be the Blackened after he kills Sayaka. That's kind of just it. I don't really remember anything about him other than just like what I had just mentioned. But I mean, kind of like what I said with Sayaka, it's kind of just a shame that like he was like one of the first to go because, you know, didn't have much time in the spotlight. But I'm sure he's someone's favorite, and if Leon's your favorite, comment down below why you like Leon. So next up we'll do Yasuhiro. Yasuhiro Hakakure is the ultimate clairvoyant, which I found really interesting. So Yasuhiro is a fortune teller, basically, which his fortunes come true 30% of the time, which I think in the world of fortune telling, that is really good. But he is just played off as one big joke throughout this whole game. And kind of like for the first half of the game, he doesn't do anything. Like, he kind of only starts doing things because the plot needs him to do stuff, because there's so little characters at the end. But, kind of like in my playthrough, which you can go check that out if you want to, I kind of just hung out with him after hanging out with Hina, because I didn't know what else to do, and I didn't want to hang out with Toko, Kyoko, or Byakuya. So I do think I am going to give Yasuhiro B. I do like his design, and I did like the story where he's like getting a burger, and like the burger got abducted by aliens. I thought that was really strange, but hey, it happens. I think Yasuhiro in general is just strange. Next up, we'll do Junko Enoshima, the ultimate fashionista, or more commonly known as the ultimate despair. I'm gonna be ranking her as the ultimate despair because why not? So Junko's a weird one because it's built up that she died at the start of the game, but comes back and is revealed to be the mastermind. I don't care that much for the plot twist, especially how it's done, because like after she comes back, she has like 5 different personalities. I thought that was kind of interesting, but I felt like she just gave up like too easy. But I mean, I guess I get why she gives up. It's because she wants to die, like she wants to feel despair. But there's I don't really know what to say about Junko. I think this is just a case where this isn't a character that's just up my alley, essentially. But it's revealed that she's like been piloting Monokuma like the whole game. She's the reason, like she was in the Monokuma control room throughout the whole game. She was working with Mukuro, their twin sisters. She killed Mukuro in order to like fulfill despair. She basically wants everyone to be despaired, which, sure, power to the people. So I think with that, I'm gonna give Junko, honestly, just under Kyoko, just above Sayaka. And last up, let's do Monokuma. I'm gonna give Monokuma A tier. You know, I'll give Monokuma A tier. I really like Monokuma. The Monokuma theaters were cool, very cool, and I forgot what it said, but there was one Monokuma I liked. It was like something about humanity and like questioning like what it is to be a human, which I don't know. But I really like how Monokuma is just a troll, essentially, most of the time. And I also like his bear puns. And I really like his simple design. There's something very intriguing about it. I think it's very iconic as well. And, well, it's also just very marketable. Like, if I ever seen a Monokuma, like, stuffed teddy bear, I would probably try to get one. But yeah, I like Monokuma. There's not really much I dislike other than the fact that he's a robot, which kind of surprising. Which it may sound stupid, but I was kind of hoping Monokuma was going to be something kind of supernatural instead of just robot. But no, he was a robot. So yeah, that is it for the Danganronpa bonus video of ranking all the students of Hope's Peak. This list is pretty good, I would say. Everyone is like where they should be and in the order they're in. So if you do want to like pause this, like say like starting here, favorite, you go down, least favorite. So yeah, if you're watching this, there's a good chance that the poll to decide Danganronpa 2, if you guys want to see that in video form or live stream form, you can go vote on that, or you can comment on this video to see if you'd like to hear more Danganronpa 2 content, or just Danganronpa content in general. So if you want more of that, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.